What's up, geeks and game masters? Welcome to the Hobby Hub. Your resident GM Gabe here, and today I'm going to be showing you a step-by-step process on the most recent mini I had painted, the King of Hell miniature, sold by Reaper Bones. Now, I do not claim to be a master at miniature painting in any way, but it's a hobby I really enjoy and I would like to soon master. In these mini painting videos, I'd love to receive any kind of tips that some of you may have. Let's all learn from each other so that we can all get better. Now, without further delay, let's equip our +1 paint brushes and get creative. So, first, I'm going to take the miniature's base and secure it in my base holder. If you don't have one of these Citadel base holders, I strongly recommend it, as it's helped me greatly with painting. When you're using spray paint to base coat, ensure that you're spraying in short, cross-coating bursts while maintaining a distance of about 6 inches. This is what the end result should look like. Now I'm going to take the Army Painter's Dragon Red to begin applying the skin tone. You'll notice that when I apply the paint, there is still some black showing through the red. This is okay, as the coat I'm applying is a light coat. I go back later and reapply another light coat to ensure that the black doesn't stick out. Remember, it's better to have multiple light coats rather than one thick coat, because the thick coat may hide some detail in the mini. this was the end result. Now I'm going to take the Army Painter's Necromancer's Cloak to add a nice dark gray to his loincloth. Now I'm going to take the Army Painter's skeleton bone and apply it to the skull on his loincloth, as well as a few bones on his left hand. Now I'm going to take the Army Painter's weapon bronze and apply it to each of the weapons and armor he has equipped to give them a nice shine. This is what we end up with. Now I'm going to take the Army Painter's leather brown and apply it to each of the leather straps, scabbards, and other leather materials on him. Here, I go back with the weapon bronze on the scimitar to give it more detail. Here I go back and apply a thin accent of Necromancer's Cloak to his pauldron strap to give it more detail. Here I apply skeleton bone to the horns on his head. Now I move on to the wings. The reason I hadn't glued the wings on yet was because I really wanted to focus on the wings themselves and not have anything in the way. I take the matte black base primer and coat the wings just like I did with the miniature. While I let the wings dry, I'm going to give the miniature a wash with the Army Painter Dark Tone Wash. The wash, if you don't know, is a technique where you take a very watery coat of paint and liberally apply it all around the mini. This allows the paint to seep into cracks and crevices of the mini, giving the illusion of shadows and depth. Another great thing about the wash is that it can really hide any mistake you may have made during the painting phase. Now I'm going to take a flat brush and begin dry brushing the wings. If you don't know, dry brushing is another painting technique similar to a wash, except it's the exact opposite. A dry brush is used to add highlights to a miniature by creating the effect of light shining on the elevated areas of the mini. After I finished, this is how they come out. Pretty cool, right? This is what I end up with. Now, I'm going to take the Army Painter's Lava Orange and Demonic Yellow paints and do something that I thought would be pretty cool. I'm going to try to create an effect of lava emanating from both wings. This is how they came out. Now that I finished the wings, I'm going to glue them onto the mini. Now I'm going to take the dark tone wash and give one last wash to the wings. Now, I'm going to take the smallest brush you've probably ever seen, and I'm going to do the most tedious part about any miniature painting, the eyes. I'm going to go back and use Demonic Yellow on the pupils to give it a real demonic look. After I finished the eyes, I went back and made any finishing touches I thought were necessary. I don't know about you guys, but I think this came out way better than I expected. Like I said before, I in no way claim to be the best at this because I'm not. I do it because I enjoy it. If you liked the video and thought the mini came out pretty cool, please leave a like and don't forget to cast Fireball on that subscribe button. As always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or even any tips to help me with miniature painting, please leave them in the comments section below or reach us at our Instagram. We'd love to hear from you. Salutations, brave adventurers. Until next we meet again.